So we arrived at the beach, and this is always the debate that goes on in my head. So I've simplified my quiver into two wings. You have the Lift 120 high aspect and then the Lift 220 high aspect X, which is their highest aspect ratio wing. It's their largest wing they make. And so the debate that goes on in my head is, which one of these do I ride? If it's small, there's not a lot of waves, and I want to just pump and be able to link a lot of waves, I'll always take the bigger, the 220 HAX wing. Now, when it's larger and the waves are going to be faster and more powerful, and I'm wanting to still connect waves but still wanting to be able to ride super fast and carve a lot harder on waves, or do things like airs with straps or stuff, I'm going to take the 120 HA. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Will Culberson, for those of you who don't know, foiling college student, and today we're at one of my favorite foil spots in Southern California. This is called Seal Beach Jetty. It's an incredible foil spot because the swell is coming into the mouth of a river, and it just allows for super easy riding, super long rides, lots of wave connections, stuff like that. Right now I'm on the Lift 120 high aspect with a 32-inch mast and my Freedom foil board. I did bring the 220 HAX in case the swell's a little smaller, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun on this board. So stay with us, and yeah, we're gonna have a great time. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and like I said, I'm a college student, so I got class at 10:30 today. So most mornings, probably like 2 to 3 times a week, I come out, whether it's Seal Beach or another beach, and I foil. And so normally that looks like waking up around 5:30, maybe sometimes 6 if it's later, and then getting out there, getting in the water, getting my hair wet, having a great time, getting back home, changing, and then going to class. So it's like, you go to class at 10:30 and your hair's still wet from the ocean. I don't think there's a better way to start the morning then. So here's the thing about foiling is, where I want to foil, my surfing friends don't want to surf. Where they want to surf, I don't want to foil. So a lot of times I do end up going surfing just to spend time with my friends and have community and fellowship that way. And every once in a while they'll let me drag them to a foil spot and they'll paddle around while I foil and stuff. But yeah, most mornings I do have a friend, Pierce, who's learning how to foil. So like yesterday morning we went to San Onofre, a beach further south, and we foiled together, and that was a total blast. Got to the beach this morning and realized I forgot my leash, which just basically attaches me to the foil so that when I fall, foil doesn't go shooting off. You know, they didn't used to have leashes, and it was a sign that you could control your board. So I guess this morning, Will's gonna be learning the art of controlling his board better, or he's gonna be learning how to swim better. So hoping that it doesn't get smashed into the rocks. And there's already some foilers heading out, so we're gonna have a great time. This is Seal Beach Jetty. This swell comes into this river mouth, and it just makes a great spot for foiling. It's super deep, nice and mellow, and just great rides. Kind of not quite powerful enough to be a good shortboarding spot, sometimes even a longboarding spot, and so that's why there's just so many foilers here. I'm about to switch over to the GoPro and the drone, so audio might not be the best, but we're gonna try to get some good POV shots and some drone shots for you, so. Whew. I can't talk very well with this thing right now, but we're on. There's lots of stingrays here, so I'm kind of nervous. It's always a gamble when you walk out. I'm gonna go off to this way. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, we are on the board. It's deep enough. We're paddling out. We're pumping. So no waves out right now. So we're just gonna pump back out to the lineup. I think in the beginning, definitely technique. Because if you have better technique, even if you have worse fitness, it can kind of compensate for that. But once you get the technique and it's just muscle memory, definitely fitness. Like if I was twice as fit, I could go twice as far.
What do you think? Is it more cardio or is it more leg burn?
I think once your leg muscles get used to it, it becomes like more cardio. It depends. On a smaller foil, definitely more leg muscle because it's just these like twitching muscles that you don't use very often.
What size are you on?
I'm on the 120 high aspect from lift. Hydrofoiling is so cool. Just got out of the water. Just had a great session. I mean, from catching a bunch of waves to exhausting myself pumping out and connecting waves to just like meeting people out in the water, like my buddy Alex who I met out there and his friend, and just talking and sharing advice and sharing tips and just having a great time and getting to enjoy this sport together. Something really cool about hydrofoiling, the community is so small and most of the surfers really don't like us, so it kind of brings everyone together and you share waves together and you share advice and you share things you've learned. And it's just like, even one of the guys said out there, he's like, let's just all meet up and practice so that we can get better and encourage each other. And I was just like, wow, what a blessing. So why would you foil when you can surf? Really, that's the question, right? And so I would say for 3 reasons: the quality of waves, the quantity of waves, and just the overall feel of foiling. So this on a day like this today, on a day if you were like surfing on a surfboard, not the best day for surfing. I mean, the waves have very little power, not super fun. On a foil, it doesn't matter. The foil's so efficient, you can surf anything. Now the quantity of waves, you're able to get up on a wave, then pump out and catch another wave, then pump out and catch another wave, then pump out and catch another wave. And so you're just getting more waves in a session, like 3, 4, 5 times as many waves as you would surfing. And the feel, it just feels like you're skiing in like waist deep powder. It's just super smooth, super flowy, and just incredible. So the quantity, quality, and feel of the waves, I think is just, it makes it so much better. And the last one, C, community. This, like I said, the foiling community is just so awesome and enriching and encouraging, where the surfing community can be kind of toxic in times. So now off to psychology class at 10:30. So after every session, I try to just go over to the shower over here and rinse off the board. Carbon fiber is just super fragile material, and it's super tough, but also you just want to take care of it. So just rinsing off your board from the salt is just a great way to keep it nice and healthy and give it some longevity on how long it will last you, stuff like that. So whoa. So this marks some of the first sessions I've had without a leash, and while I would not recommend riding without a leash when you're learning in the beginning stages, because this is super sharp and can hurt people, I found that as I've gotten better and gotten more comfortable in the water, riding without the leash actually like teaches me to be more careful with how I foil and to keep the foil near me and just overall have a better control of the foil. So today I accidentally forgot the leash, so that's why I rode without a leash, but foil is still intact and never really got far away from me, which was really good, and we made it back in one piece. So I'm actually heading back to Washington for the week, so I'm going to try to film a video of there, whether that's dock starting something. I'm going to get creative with that. So I'm going to be flying back there, try to film some content for you guys, and then heading back down to California. From Washington, I'm going to bring my wing for wing foiling, and we're going to try to get some content, wing foiling, downwind foiling, all of that. So stay tuned. So Seal Beach for me is definitely the easiest. It's the closest beach. Have the most fun if there's swell. The only problem is sometimes the waves just don't break here, and so it needs this very specific swell type. So if the waves don't break, I go to Huntington or San Onofre, but if there's waves, definitely coming back to Seal Beach. I grew up like sailing with my family, going on sailing trips and stuff, going to the Bahamas pretty soon to go on a sailing trip, which is bring the foils now and foil with my dad. Honestly, most of my hobbies stem from just spending time with my dad, and so like we foil together, we surf together, we ski together, we mountain bike together. So the big three are kind of skiing, mountain biking, and surfing or foiling. Sailing, just he loves to sail, loving to be out in the water, and especially as we've began hydrofoiling, you take the hydrofoils on the sailboat, you can pump off the sailboat and just explore different coves or islands and stuff like that on the foil. So foiling kind of just opens up in all these different avenues of thing we love to do, just ways to enjoy it even more. So yeah, there's just pretty much anything outside is what I love to do. Enjoy God's creation, which is just such a blessing. So the Lift 120 high aspect was definitely the right foil for today, though it was small enough to definitely have ridden the 220 HAX. I think sometimes if you can, it's just more fun to ride a smaller foil because there's just more play and it's more maneuverable and super efficient and stuff. So definitely was a good choice to put that wing on for today, which shows you don't even need a big day to ride it, which is pretty awesome.
Gotcha.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name's Will Culberson. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also, give me a follow on Instagram at Will2Foil. This is the number 2, and I post content there. So have a wonderful day. Go outside, enjoy this creation we've been blessed with, and I hope to see you again soon.